Oh, okay. That's cool. So now I can record as a host. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So let me. Okay. Thank you for bearing with us, or bearing with me. I can never seem to get that right. So everyone can hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So first and foremost, I guess, can everyone see me? Because I can't see myself.
Where are you?
Oh. Let's see.
Come on.
You guys laughing at me?
No, another situation.
Oh, okay. I just had it. Let's see. That should be it now. Let's do this here. There we go. Am I there now?
Yes.
Okay. So we are doing this by way of I am at home. Dana is still in Salt Lake City, along with Nikki. And no. So I want to thank everyone for being able to get on the call this evening to be able to pretty much express our appreciation for our team, but also to be able to talk about what convention was like and to give you any tidbits and nuggets that we were able to gain. So I'm going to allow Dana to go first. She got there before I did, and she had some unique experiences. So I'm going to turn the attention over to Dana.
Hey, everybody. So I know for me personally, it was just an awesome experience. I was able to work in the spa and do facials, which was just awesome. There were so many great classes. I feel like no matter where you are in the business or just wanting education on learning about products and getting the science behind things, there was a class for everyone. So whether you are more outgoing and need, excitement on stage, you got that. Or if you just wanted to be like a scientist, like they had a lot of different neural path doctors speaking and stuff like that. They also had actually Gary Young's personal neural path pain doctor that spoke on regenerative health. And I mean, it was just amazing. It was absolutely amazing. Some other things that were just phenomenal was just the conversations you had in the hallway. Like, so we bumped into quite a few people, diamonds that we got to personally talk to, platinums, just hearing people's journey, where they were and how they've grown their business. It just really, to me, helps solidifies that this is possible for anybody. It really is. Like, I'm floored how many people that are silver and above. And to me, even just for us to get to silver at a part-time level, it would just completely change the dynamics of our family. So I really do think that it's absolutely possible for anybody. And you can go at whatever pace possible you want to. But there was a lot of just great tidbits from upline people that have a lot of experience and from different walks of life that I just thought was amazing.
Cool. Was there anything that you took away from convention that you felt like you wanted to apply or do differently?
Absolutely. So I really feel like in the Royal Crown panel, they had 3 different Royal Crown Diamonds speaking, the class that I attended. And I really appreciated what one of the Royal Crown Diamonds said about the journey may look different for everybody, and that's okay. So for me, there would be certain goals that I would set for myself. And then if I didn't achieve it, I would get kind of frustrated or whatnot. But I really appreciated, like she said, whether it takes you, 3 years to become a diamond or 10 years to become a diamond, it's still a better system than what we have in place right now. And diamond is diamond. And I really appreciated that because, again, even if it takes you 10 years, but yet you're making over $150,000 a month, it's still going to be worth it. So as long as you're consistent and you're true to yourself, That's what's most important. Don't look at someone else's journey and try to mimic their journey. You can mimic some of the skills and you can mimic some, but you have to personalize it for yourself, because everybody's journey is different. It's going to look different, and that's okay. So accept, you know, your strengths and what you're good at, and, you know, be able to teach that to other people.
I totally agree. I thought it was really cool. I'll go ahead and share some of the things that I like. I thought it was really cool because the first day that I was there, I ran into Sarah Harnish, who wrote the book, The Game Plan. And it's interesting because sometimes we, you know, give people like celebrity status because of some of the things that they've done and the fact that she's progressed so far in her company, but she's like a very down-to-earth person. And the funny thing is, like, the first time I seen her, I pointed her out to Dana, and Dana's like, go talk to her. I'm like, no, I can't, because, you know, she's probably busy. I'll probably see her again. And Dana's like, with all these people here, you're probably not going to run into her, like, ever again. But I actually did, like, 3 times I ran into her. So I thought that was really cool to be able to meet the author of the book, who wrote The Way to Get to Silver in the most efficient way, at least that I think so. So I thought that was really cool. This year, I did notice there was a lot more men who were there this year than last year. I'm trying to pull up this picture here. Oh, sweet, I can. Because this is the picture that I took with one of the guys who actually got me like really interested in Young Living. So I'm going to try and share this here. And you guys just, Dana already knows. I don't know if Nikki knows him, but Dana already knows. So Yolanda, I want to show you what he looks like.
Okay.
07, not 553. Okay. 553, this one. Okay, can you see that?
Not yet.
No?
Mm-mm. Oh, I see it.
Okay, so this is Scott Schuler, and you could tell he looks like the brawny man. But he's like a really cool guy. They're a Royal Crown Diamond. He's a good buddy of mine. And so they make that, what did you say, Dan, like $150,000 a month plus, right? Just nod. You don't have to unmute. Yeah, okay. And he told me, he was like, as a man, like, or even as a person in Young Living, you just have to share in a way that's natural and organic for you. He told me, like, his story, he's really like into sports. So he would play softball whenever he would play softball, and he was sore with certain things. He would rub on something like Cool Azul, and it got people talking because, number one, it's got, you know, like a special kind of aroma, so to speak. But it's also, people are noticing that he's using this continuously. He keeps nitros in his bag, and he will take like multiple nitros throughout the day, and people would ask questions. And his thing would be, his way of assisting his wife would be like, I don't know, go talk to my wife. And then eventually when he saw that she was making money, like, he got on board, and they've been successful ever since. So I had to stop and thank him. This was at the Carrie Underwood concert. Because probably had I not talked to him, I probably would not have had the understanding that I have now of what we have within this company, within this business, and also within the products. So I wanted to share that with you guys because that was really personal for me in my Young Living journey. Go ahead, Yolanda.
Okay, so what exactly did he share with you that got you so stimulated?
So he actually he taught last year's class on oils for guys, and shared a lot of his personal experiences and a lot of his story. And that's what spoke more so to me. It wasn't like about trying to convince me to use a certain product, even though the classes had certain products that were like, this is good for men because of A, B, and C. I did record that class, so I'm going to be making those recordings available, like the audios for them. And I do have pictures from the slides that they showed. But in all honesty, as a man, like, what won me over and convinced me was just the fact of hearing it from another man. Because this is something that's like, you know, I guess the stigma around it is it's a thing that's designed for women, and that's not true. You know, it's just how it's it's probably consumed by a larger amount of women than men. But sometimes it's like that education is really what will bring people over, that home. Does that answer your question?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Thank you.
So I thought that was really cool.
Can I say something too?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say too, another conversation that I had that was like extremely powerful is I bumped into the only African American diamond in the company right now. Her name is Karen, and again, I was afraid to approach her because she's a diamond or whatever, and I was able to speak with her, and it was a phenomenal conversation because for her, she was just saying, we have to pre-qualify people and we have to realize what we have. If we don't realize what we have, then it comes across when we're talking to people. And I know that's something that I'm working on as far as pre-qualifying people, because she's like, if you have a stature and the strength of what you have, it's going to come across to the person. You're going to attract the right people, because you don't want just anybody on your team. You want people that are looking for wellness, are looking for a business opportunity. And she's like, and each person that you're talking to, you need to make sure you are sure of what they need and fill their need. So she's like, you have some people that are going to be on your team and all they need is good health. And so do you set up a program for them? Get beyond just oils, because we know that our supplements are so powerful too. And a lot of our supplements, they're 30-day supplies. If they're on these supplements regularly, they're going to need it monthly. If they need it monthly, they're on ER. If they are on ER, again, that's going to help with our OGV and getting us to where we want to be. But that might not be all they need is help. And so then that's what we want to help them appreciate. Whereas you might find another person that is struggling financially and all they need is a part-time income or a supplemental income. So filling the needs of what the people we are around actually need is going to make your team so much powerful, because you're not wasting energy with the person that's just looking for health, trying to be like, no, you need to build a business. You need to build a business. That's going to be unattractive to them, because that's not what they're looking for. So really listening to people and finding out what they need. And also I know in the Eric Youre thing, something that was so powerful is he really broke down statistically. He's like, if you have any entrepreneurship in your blood whatsoever, the best way is multi-level marketing, period. He broke it down statistically with numbers as well. And he has a DVD that's called The Rise of the Entrepreneur. And it goes into more details of what he was talking about. But to me, that stuck so strong, because I know for me, I've never been one to work for other people. And so just knowing that I'm in the right place, it's just about consistency now, just staying consistent with it and doing what I can do.
Yeah, I think those are good tidbits. Go ahead, Yolanda.
Yeah, I was gonna, I have to agree with you on that, Dana, because, when I came to your show and I bought the kit that night, and I told you all that I have literally sold everything out there on the market, just about, starting with Avon, I guess you could say that, and just gone on to Mary Kay and beyond. But just having that desire to give the people what they want. But now I look at it differently, that I wonder how successful could I had been had I tapped into some of these ones who had CDs that could have catapulted my business at that time. Hindsight is 2020. I'm very happy now, though, that those resources are available. I'm very happy about the game plan book, because it's super duper simple.
Isn't it the bomb.com?
Huh?
I said, isn't it the bomb.com?
Oh, for sure. And it just tells you everything that you need to do if you just implement it. You really feel capable of doing it, that you can advance your business. And that's all that I needed to know, just a plan how to make that happen. And so having these resources out here, Mr. Youre and Sarah, having people like that helps out a lot. It's like you're taking the blinders off for me. I don't have to feel my way through. I have a game plan, and I can just tweak it a little bit to make it personal so that I can reach the people who need to know whatever it is that I'm talking about.
Yeah. And I kind of got that feeling from, because one of the classes that I attended was Principles of Downline Leadership. And one of the things that they stressed was like, you're not in this business alone. Like as you're building, they said, try to find like 2 people each month to just love on and to help them grow as leaders. And because by helping them grow, you're going to grow within your company, you're going to grow within whatever abundance looks like to you. So whether that's an abundance of friends and family or abundance of prosperity, like money-wise, you're going to see growth from that. I keep pulling up these different screenshots because I thought this one was really interesting. Because when they were talking about developing, like how do you get people to follow you, like how do you lead them, they had something called a leadership wheel. Okay, so we got 10 more minutes here. They had something called a leadership wheel, and I'm just going to show this really quickly. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's called the leadership engine. So
it's hard to read though.
It's hard to read. Okay, I'll go through it. Can you see the mouse at all?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this first one was credibility, and it's in large why a lot of people may or may not sign up with you is because they may not believe that what you're saying is credible. So they may trust you as an individual, say that's your family, your coworker, your friend. They may trust you, but they know you, so they may or may not have that credibility for them. But that's only one piece of the pie. The one that was next to it was relationships. So that's just as important as having credibility. If you don't have a relationship with an individual, they're going to duck and dodge you. Those strong relationships, or people that kept strong relationships with those in their downlines, are those that went on to become their leaders. The credibility comes as you begin to succeed, but until you do, the credibility can also come from your upline leader. It can come from a tool, so you can use something like a reference guide, or you can use something like Adam Green's book, The 4-Year Career, or the Game Plan Mini, to get people as the authority. That way your credibility doesn't matter in that moment. And as you build relationships, eventually you gain trust, and you lead your team by having influence on them. So it's not necessarily management, like telling them like, go do this, go do that, go do that. It's influencing them by doing the things yourself and building that relationship and gaining their trust, so that this person says, you know what, I'm close to Yolanda, I'm close to Dana, I'm close to Nikki. I trust these individuals. And so therefore, they're not going to steer me wrong. As they continue to grow, I'm going to follow and do what they do. And your team will naturally grow from there. So I thought that was very, very interesting. Like I said, I recorded a lot of these classes, so I'm going to be putting them up in the Facebook group for you guys to be able to listen to in your convenience. I did test them, and the audio is working. So that was my takeaway. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. We have like 8 minutes left before Zoom cuts us off. So
okay, I just wanted to add too, so just some dates to keep in mind. So we do have an online class. It's going to be about toxic-free living this Wednesday. It's going to be in the evening. So if you have people you want to add to that, as well as our rally is coming up July 8th. The rally is going to be nice because we're going to have a recap of convention. We have 2 platinum leaders coming in. Actually, our platinum leader, Kelly Bromelkamp, is going to come, and she's bringing all of the new makeup. So we now have makeup, guys. So she's going to bring all the makeup so we can play around with that and do little makeovers and things like that. We now have the full baby care. So from wipes to baby washes, it's everything for little kids, as well as the Shutran body wash for men. They had the amino wise and the alkalized sticks that came out. So there's a lot of great new products and things that came out. So we'll have all of that at the rally. So that'll be a great event to plug any of your team into, as well as new people. so they can actually experience that energy that we had at convention. Also, I wanted to mention, so they do also have tickets now on sale for next year's convention. So now into the end of this month, they have the pre-registration price. So it's
$149.
Yeah,
How much?
149.
Yep. So, and then July 1st to July 31st, they'll have the early bird pricing. So it'll go up to $189. And then after that, you won't be able to get tickets until October. And then the price goes up again from there. So, but if you, really everybody, like if you can go, even if it's just 1 year to convention, just to experience and be able to talk with these people that are doing what you're trying to do, it'll absolutely change your life. And then actually get to go to these farms like Mona and plant lavender and be in the fields and stuff. It really, really brings your business to life. So I did just want to just reiterate those few things that are coming up, because we're finishing out this month.
Yeah. I think overall for me, like my biggest leftover thing from convention, and then we'll end this call because they're going to cut us off. But it was just so nice to be around other like-minded individuals. And so when they say like get to convention, it'll take like years of learning curves off of your time within the company. I absolutely agree. And then it's nice. I mean, we went to the concert and we like mingled with millionaires, people that have made like more in a month than I probably made in a lifetime. And it's like on the regular, they were like regular people, and they were more than willing to help and assist and answer any type of question. So it's just really a different experience from like being here. So I absolutely recommend, like, if you're planning to go, take advantage of the early bird special, make plans now to go. So that way that's something constantly in the forefront of your mind as the year progresses, and then make it a goal to try to get someone there with you or get a couple people to go with you. It's nice having a team. That's why we had these shirts this year. That was kind of cool for our whole team. We had Kim and Kelly got us these shirts, so that was pretty cool.
Nice.
And Kim is our diamond upline, and then Kelly is our platinum upline. And we got to mingle in their room too and play around with some of their products, since they, of course, are making money like that. So they they were very generous letting us play around with their things.
Yeah.
I do have a question about, and I know we're pressed for time. Okay, so is this money that they make the entire month? Is it pure profit, or do they have to take a portion of that and reinvest? And I'm just kind of curious as to what percentage that will be. What is their real takeaway?
Like, what are they living off of?
Yeah.
That would be a great question to ask them when you get to convention. But I can tell you that from talking to them, they're not hurting for money. I know that.
Right.
Obviously.
Or even in July at the rally, Kelly will be there. Kelly Brahmacamp is speaking. So Kelly, our platinum leader, will be there as well. But I do know one thing, like they are required, just like us, just to have at least an 100 PV.
Correct.
So they need to at least monthly spend 100.
That's, yeah. Okay.
But they are still making their buku money. I know that.
Yeah.
So
okay,
I would write that question down and ask them when you see Kim at the rally.
Okay.
Okay.
Definitely. All right.
Okay.
That sounds good. I appreciate it, guys.
Oh, no problem. We're going to go ahead and end it there. And I look forward to being in contact with everyone. Yolanda, keep up the good work. I wanted to recognize Terry, too, because Terry signed somebody up recently. So congratulations to her. And we're here if you guys need. Terry's my cousin. She's out of state.
Okay.
So, but she watches the call, so I want to recognize her, too. So I think we'll call it on that.
Perfect.
Bye, everybody.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Nice.